turn this into this. I'm the Great British Chocolatier and you're watching Chocolate Plus. Hello and welcome to another episode of Chocolate Plus. My name is Mark, aka the Great British Chocolatier, and today we are going to be making some, I don't even know what it's called. It's like English Toffee, English Toffee. We're going to use these caramel bites. Now, you can get these from any store, and they're much easier than those square ones that individual wrappers. They're a pain to unwrap. So, without any further ado, we're just going to throw this into our plastic jug here, and we're going to put it in for 2 minutes on high. And what that's going to do is it's going to take a lot of the moisture out of the caramel, because we want it to I want it to bubble, I want it to boil, and it's going to be crazy hot, so you can't put your fingers in them because you'll burn them and that won't be good. So if I don't throw them on the floor first, what did I say, 2 minutes. So that's going to be in there, and about halfway through I'll probably stir it just to give it an extra, just to distribute that heat. We have a lit baking tray today with our parchment paper, and this is real simple, real easy. You can make the caramel yourself by throwing it on the oven, on top of the stove with your sugar, a little bit of corn syrup, but we're not going to be making our own caramel. When we have all this stuff made, we're just going to repurpose it and make it into something delicious. Okay, we have our dark chocolate from our Sweet Tooth Fairy, not a sponsor. You can buy these at any craft store. These came from Michael's. You can also get other ones. Wilton does one. There's a Birkeland's. But anyway, there's several other candy chocolate out of there, and all candy chocolate is they take out the cocoa butter and they replace it with a vegetable oil or palm oil, and different ones have different tastes. This one I particularly like, and so that's my favorite. And we're just going to simply, when we have the we melted down the caramel, we're just going to simply pour it onto the baking tray on our parchment paper, and then we're going to throw these on top. We're not even going to melt the chocolate in the microwave today, so this is something that's going to be quick, simple and easy. You could do this all in the space of about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and most of that time is waiting, because once the caramel's heated up, and I didn't stir it after a minute, so we'll see how it goes. The most of it is the cooling down time, so there's no interference. And you see that bubbly mess in there. Now I'm going to stir, and this is very hot, and so I've got this spatula here, and you see it. It's nice and gooey, extremely hot, and I'm just going to dump this straight onto the parchment paper. And as soon as it comes out, it is going to start to cool down real quickly. I mean, we could put it in again, but we're not going to do that. And we're just going to spread this out as best as we can. Like so, get this out of the way, and spread this out as thin as possible. Some people use the same recipe in what's called a Christmas crack, where they put golden grahams, not golden grahams, what they put saltine crackers. Okay, see, I'm making a mess of this. It's because I probably should have let it go in there for a bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool down because I should have heated it up a little bit longer. It's not going to stick to the parchment. So I'm going to cut back to this. I'm going to throw this back into the fridge so I can melt it back up again so we can do it the proper way. So I'll cut over the section, and when this is cooled down a bit, we'll heat it up again and we'll start over. And that's the magic, that if you make a mistake at this point, you can do do-overs. Because it's caramel, it doesn't stick to the parchment. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Didn't take too long. It's still very warm to the touch, but I managed to peel it off of here because it won't stick to the silicone, and it doesn't stick to parchment. If it was wax paper, it would be a different story. So we're going to throw this in the microwave for another minute because we want it really bubbly, really soft. So the packet says 2 minutes on high, and then stir it. Then it says put it in for another 30. So we're going to do, because we had it out for a minute, we're gonna put it in for another minute. And again, we want it to be bubbly, very hot, so it should be smooth as it pours out. And this is 30-second stage. Yep. Not quite there. So let's put it back in. It may need a little bit longer time. Everything depends upon the microwave. This is 1,000 watt, so you're going to judge it play it by ear. You know, put it in for 2 minutes, stir it, put it in there for another 30 seconds to a minute, stir it, and then you're going to play 30 seconds at a time with the caramel. But you want it bubbly hot, and it's going to be, don't touch this hot, because it will stick on your fingers, burn your skin off, and it'd be a trip to the emergency room, which nobody wants. Alright, so, okay, it's not as loose as we want it, so we really want that to be a nice stream, a lot looser. So because as soon as it comes out of the heat, it is going to cool off real quick, and we want a nice thin layer of like less than half a centimeter, about half a centimeter or less, which is, I guess, quarter of an inch, less than quarter of an inch, I don't know. I still work in centimeters because that's what I was raised with. I guess it's metric or imperial. I don't know which one's which, but it's so good. Want it thin. Alright, look at that, that's crazy hot. And now we're just going to, and what this is going to turn very brittle because it's very hot. Okay, let's try this again. And we'll try to give it a bit of help already. Plastic is very hot too. Alright. And let this go down like that. Alright. And spread it as best as you can. Again, you don't want to touch the caramel because it is burn the skin off hot. And you don't want any accidents here. And there's a spoon, which is obviously going to be cold. And Maybe I can. Alright, so we're just going to leave that as is, and then we're going to take the chocolate and we're just going to sprinkle it on top like this. And the theory is that the heat from the caramel will begin to melt the chocolate. And so you can use and if we find this doesn't work, we just melt this, we just take them off and we melt them. Alright. Try to create a flat surface of them, that they are on the caramel. Now I would say normally I do melt the chocolate, but I didn't this time because I've seen videos where people just lay it down. Of course they make the chocolate themselves, and we're going to find out to see whether this way works. And this is you can hear the snap, but that's what you want. Normally this is nice chewy soft caramel, but okay, you'll see it beginning to melt. There you see it darkening, which means it's getting soft. You can lay a tray on top. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, just to keep that heat in. So I'll be right back. I happen to have this one. Hopefully a lot of the heat has not escaped. And I would say leave it under there for a few minutes, and then we will not a few minutes. I guess about a minute. And then we'll see how soft the chocolate has got. Alright, be back. Okay, we're back. It's been a few seconds, about half, I was going to say half a minute. A lot of it is melted, so let me get a different spoon. And what we're going to do with the back of the spoon is just go over it like this. And you see a lot of it is melted, and those that are not, I'm going to put into a bowl. Though they didn't quite make it, because I can always heat this up and add more chocolate to it. And what you want to cover up you want to completely cover all the caramel. And so this is what's going to take you the time, is just making sure you get a nice even coating. Most of the chocolate has all melted. Like I said, you can melt this independently, which I think might have been the better way, but I wanted to show you that it can be done without melting it entirely. And that's it, see? Did we use the whole bag? I don't think we used the whole bag. No, so we used probably about 3/4 of the bag. Okay, now that at this stage, we're going to add in our pecans, like so, while it's still soft. And we're just going to sprinkle them over the top, like so. Making sure you covers a nice good amount over the chocolate, and these will just tapping down a little bit so they can get into the chocolate. Make sure you get the edges. I mean, you can chop up the pecan yourself. These ones were already chopped. And you can use any nut. You can use almond flakes. You could put roasted coconut flakes on here. Really, whatever you like. And then we just gently pat them down into the chocolate. And then you're going to put this in the fridge, or you can leave it at room temperature. This way, use the rest of them, like so. Alright, so look at that. We have our toffee chocolate toffee here. I'm going to put this into the fridge. It's going to be in there for about, I'd say 8 to 10 minutes. Really firm up. And then when that's done, we'll break it all up and give it a taste test. So be right back. Okie dokie, here we go. Look at this. We've got our perfectly, and then look at this. That's gonna happen. Majority of them have stayed. But look at that. And on the other side, that's what you want. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna break it up. You hear that snap? There you go. And that's what happens when you heat up the caramel a lot. It turns into a, and look at this. We have a nice thin layer of the caramel, a nice healthy thick. It's a little thick, but that's okay, of the chocolate. And they're gonna break up in all kinds of shapes, and you can break it up to as big or as small as you want. There's no set size, there's no set shape. It's just whatever comes. And this is going to be nice and crunchy. Like so. And let's get our famous red plate, which is right here. And let's load it up. Caramel stays nice and crisp. I mean, look at these. I mean, look at this. Absolutely like a work of art, and everyone's gonna love them. This here, you can scoop it up and make more, so we don't waste anything. But look at this. All this wonderful deliciousness. Now, I know the last video I forgot to taste them, but I'm gonna use this little slither here. And let's give it a try. I don't know if you can hear the crunch. Oh. Very nice and crunchy. It's not thick. The dark chocolate just makes it nice and smooth. And the softness of the pecans, it's just a delightful treat to eat. And there we have it. We have our delicious English toffee with dark chocolate. Of course, you can use milk chocolate. You could even use white chocolate, but I think that might be just a tad too sweet. But you can make this, most of the time is the waiting for the caramel to set and the chocolate to set. So you could do this in about 3 to 4 minutes. So I was heating it in the microwave, spreading it out, putting the chocolate on top, spreading it out, put the nuts on, and there's more time in the waiting to cooling down than it is in the making. But an absolutely tasty treat that you can do yourself at home. So I want to say, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, now's a good time to chocolatize that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, which will let you know every time a new video has been uploaded. So I thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.